Hello lovelies, welcome to Movieflix. We are going to have a recap of an amazing movie called Treasure in the Skies, produced by our very own Uchenn Bonavo, starring Chinai Nib, Clinton Joshua and our beautiful Miwa. The movie started with some students gathered at the notice board reading a list of bucket list made by one of their colleagues. They all laughed at the owner and called him or her weird. They were all excited about the upcoming prom where only final years go on excursion. Kamsi was late and couldn't join. On their way their car broke down and Jadina offered to help by calling his father to send another bus. Jadina is known for his abilities to fix problems amongst his peers. They paraded in the morning for them to be grouped, and as usual Kamsi is nowhere to be found. They are working on a project by observing their environment in a plantation. Each student is taking notes. Kamsi is seen walking alone. The next morning Jadina wake up to call all the other students to celebrate Promise birthday. Bella is seen spying around and obviously looking out of Mr. George, his secret admirer. Bella and Amina got into an argument regarding her always moving with Jadina. Jadina looked for Kamsi to have conversation with her and both of them seems to be getting along well. Kamsi is known for a weird, lonely and sadist lifestyle. Meanwhile Amina is moving around looking for Jadina. She was pissed to find him with Kamsi. Utai and Peace is her cousin. Jadina tried to intervene but called him Nasi and asked him to mind his own business. The students are paraded once again to work on a second project. Kamsi is left alone. She says nature journaling is more about observing your environment rather than just writing notes. Bella angrily asked her to crawl from the hole he is coming from if she is not interested in the project. Jadina excused Kamsi to pick his dad's call. He assured him our is fine just like thr other mates. Peace met with her sister and warned her to stay away from her. Jadina eavesdropped on the conversation and promised to talk to the sister to come around. Jadina met with Kamsi again, who was disturbed about how Jadina has been flirting about the girls on the campus. Early at dawn the students were paraded for aerobics. The students were paired but Bella, who has been fantasizing on Mr. George, asked to be his partner. Miss Valerie blushed it off and asked her to pair with Kamsi, which didn't sit well with Bella. Bella couldn't believe she was being paired with a weirdo. She said your bucket list is stupid. Jadina saw Kamsi reading the bucket list and he asked her which one she wants to fulfill first. Amina was looking for Jadina but Promise told her he saw them at the lakeside and Amina became jealous. She slipped and fall and Jadina rushed to rescue her but Amina declined. The students met again for quiz and Kamsi surprised everyone with her intelligence. Jadina and Kamsi finally went to see the sun rise and set the same day. Jadina asked Kamsi to list 5 lists on her bucket list and he will fulfill 3 of the wishes. Jadina heard Mr. George having a very sorrowful conversation with his mom. Bella came around to stalk him as usual. Amina bumped on her and advised her to come clean with Copper George already. Blessings caught Utai and her cousin playing all lovey-dovey. She became very angry and slapped her once again. She has taken what belongs to her just like she has always been insinuating. Bella saw Mr. George alone and she offered him her company. Bella asked Mr. George if he is dating and he became very angry and sent her away with the other ladies. Jadina fulfilled his promise of taking Kamsi out on a date, which he did. Jadina came to console Mr. George. Jadina told him Bella is in love with him so he should consider. The students were tasked to search a treasure and Kamsi found it. Jadina and Kamsi went to name a star. He asked her how come she makes him happy. He named the star Treasure. Jadina asked Kamsi to be her prom date. He declined at first. The students were having burn fire procession to mark the last day of their prom. It was after the procession that all truths were unraveled. After the procession they all went back to school and on their way to class Jadina fell and collapsed. He was rushed to the hospital and all the students pleaded to be with him upon. It was there that they discovered he had stage 4 cancer. They all cried bitterly days after they were assembled in their conference room when Miss Valerie came to make an announcement that she has a video to show them. Jidenna had recorded a video about his journey from the time they were diagnosed to the time he died. He mentioned Kamsi and Amina as his best friends. He also asked blessings to make up with peace. He gave Mr. George a job and Mr. Gadget's scholarship. Miss Valerie then announced the death of Jidenna and all the students wailed. Few days later they gathered to bid final funeral rites for him. His message of peace and happiness became their anchor. Kamsi and Amina hugged. Peace and blessings also made up. The end.